So, Bishop, in other words, do businesses benefit from greedy mentality? Or does the Bible give a parable? You know, the Bible gives a parable about the shrewd businessman. Can Christian business apply any of these tactics in furthering their businesses? Or if they do that, do you consider them greedy as well? Uh, that's what they're asking us.
That's a great question, and it is a very delicate divide.
Yes, it is.
Because competition is good, and competition does bring innovation, and competition is not bad. But what we need to have is called competition with restrictions. Things need to be regulated. We found out, we went through the 2008 housing crash that brought the whole world economy, not just the United States, but the whole world went to its knee on their economic status. And that is because they deregulated how mortgages could be written and so on. And it brought down some of the major banking houses in our country, which has affected the world's global economy. Competition is good, but there has to be restrictions because the nature of man will go too far. And when it goes too far, it does not look out for its neighbor's benefit. God knew this when he wrote the Ten Commandments and he put the word, thou shalt not covet. Amen. You're not to overly desire something that belongs to somebody else, right? And I have a right in this country, particularly, to have a pursuit of happiness as long as it doesn't step on yours, as long as it doesn't wound you, as long as it doesn't bankrupt you. Okay?
That's good.
So, greed is dangerous.
Amen. So, of course, they ask, do businesses benefit from being greedy? Of course they do. That's why they're in the business. They're in the business to profit and to make money, and they're in it no matter who it hurts. They're in it. You know, they asked a very,
That's the problem.
gave us a very profound example when they talked about people were in competition to come out with a vaccination for the COVID-19. Mm-hmm. So these guys are in competition. You had Pfizer and you had Moderna, you have Johnson and Ascertain. They tried to come out. They're in competition to come up with a solution because it would bring about money. So they're asking us, is that wrong to do that?
Well, you know, actually, I have my own personal opinion on the vaccine side because actually it was a race to get them out to the people, but the government was paying so much that they all were going to get and are getting filthy rich over it. The government around the world were setting aside cash money for these. So it was honestly a race to save lives. It was honestly a race that they wanted to make the money. No doubt about that. But it wasn't a type of competition where actually they were stepping on one another, okay? And that's why we do have some laws and that you can't actually run a business and run another business out of business by undercutting your prices to bring that business down. See what I'm saying? So the undercutting was not there per se, but the competition was there to hurry up and get it out and get it to the people, which wasn't all bad because we really did need it. And I know some people may agree with me on this, but it was a fact that we had to get the number of people that were dying around the world. It could not sit back and say, okay, we need to experiment this for 3 years. Not when in 1 year you lose 500,000 just in our country. And we see what's happening in India, and it's still going on around the world. So I do understand the premise of it, but the illustration is brought better when we talk about businesses like Apple, or we talk about businesses that are in a position, or Walmart, to drive other companies completely out of business so that their business can, all right.
Amen. Amen. So